Hello guys, welcome back to another video. Today I've got for you a MG6, which is the first on this channel because I haven't had one of these before, but I was very surprised by this car because um don't let the number plate fool you, because that is actually a private plate, because that's actually really cool. It's got MG6 ARY. So the plate will actually come with the car. And the reason I was surprised by it is because it is a 2012 model, so it's not a 2006, it's a 2012, but is absolutely fully loaded with every single gadget you can think of. But as always, I'm going to do a quick walk around just so you can see the condition of the car. And then we're going to jump inside and we're going to talk more about the features and gizmos and gadgets and everything that this car comes with, okay? So this is a MG6 Magnette. I think I'm pronouncing that right. Magnette? I don't know. Turbo. It is finished in silver. It has a 1.8 liter petrol engine. It is obviously a saloon, and it puts out 158 brake horsepower. It was first registered on the 4th of October 2012, and it comes with a valid MOT until the 24th of October 2025. So it's got pretty much a whole year's MOT. Has a road tax of £305 per year. It sits in the insurance group 14E, which is quite low on the insurance bracket, and it puts out 174 grams per kilometer. It's got a top speed of 120 miles per hour, and the last MOT passed without any advisories. And the car has just been serviced as well, and it has a very good service history. But wait until you see the mileage on this thing. So just want to show you the alloys as well, that they are in very good condition. But yeah, as you can see, the car is absolutely gorgeous. It's absolutely beautiful. Comes with front and rear parking sensors. You've got reversing camera. There's loads and loads of things that are worth mentioning on this, but obviously I'll tell you more when we get inside. Let me just pop the bonnet first so we can have a look at the engine. So you got the release lever is on the left side, so on the passenger side, and pop the bonnet up, and it's got a latch just to the left of the MG logo. It's got struts that holds it up, and as you can see, it's in absolutely beautiful condition. So yeah, like I said, the car has just been serviced as well, so there's absolutely nothing that you need to do to it. Let's have a look inside though. So let's start with the passenger side as always, and then we're going to work our way around to the driver's side. So you've got electric windows on the front, electric windows on the rear, so that's just normal. You got a nice little door pocket over there, and then you do have full leather seats, which is a very nice feature as well. There's no tears or rips or anything like that anywhere on the seats, and that's just my microphone, but just to show you that there's nothing in there as well. Got a nice big glove box with your owner's manual. What is this? Digital navigate. Oh yeah, this is your map, and this is like a little leaflet with like the history of MG. That's really nice, isn't it? So yeah, it tells you a lot about the MG6. Obviously I'll leave it with the car. And I do love the fact that you have full electric seats on the passenger side as well. Obviously the driver has the exact same settings. Moving over to the rear, I do love the fact that they've used like really soft touch material. I don't know if you can see, but my finger literally just presses onto that, and it's very nice and soft touch. Look at it, you can probably see it now. It's very nice and squidgy, so it's very good quality. Back seats, again, just as nice as the ones on the front. No tears, no rips, nothing of that sort. Over here you've got a nice armrest with couple of cup holders for the rear passengers, which again is a nice feature. And you've got 2 air vents on the rear, and then down there you've got well, let's call it what it is. It's an ashtray, isn't it? So yeah, I don't really want to call it storage because you can't put anything in there. So yeah, it is a ashtray basically. Just to show you the alloys over on this side, the alloys are in good condition as well. They do have a few minor little scuffs here and there, but nothing major. There is a little bit of a scratch just down there. As always, I'm pointing out all the negatives because I don't want you guys to waste a trip down here coming from God knows where, and then you get here and you find all these little scratches and dents and you weren't made aware of, which clearly you should have been. To open the boot, it's actually very strange because I was looking at it and I thought that it doesn't actually have a button to open it, but yes, no, it does have a button. But when you look, it doesn't seem like there is a button, is there? Well, it's actually both the sides of the camera, so that side and that side, they are, I think, touch sensitive. So you just press on it a little bit and then the boot opens. So let me show you. So obviously right now it's closed. If you, there you go, see? And it's the same thing on the other side. So yeah, the boot goes up and stays up, so it's got really good struts. Very, very spacious boot. It's very deep. There's plenty of space in here. I do love the fact that you've got a little bit of a storage area onto that side there if you want to put some smaller items to stop them from rolling around. And then you've got a spare tire underneath the false floor with all the bits and kits that you need, including the locking wheel nut as well. Right, just close the boot. Yeah, I've already shown you, so it does come with a reversing camera as well, and you do have parking sensors. It does have a few little scuffs again here and there, but everything will be reflected in the price. There is one other small little issue with this car, and I'll talk about it when we get inside, but it's honestly, it doesn't affect the car in any way, shape or form. See, this is what I'm talking about. Is magnet, but obviously it's not magnet because it's got 2 T's. So magnete, that just sounds Italian, which MG is definitely not. So I don't know how do you pronounce that. So yeah, it is an MG6 Turbo. And over here you've got your fuel cap, which pops open just like that, where you can put your petrol in there. And I think I've already shown you this one. Right, let's move over to this side. So again, just to show you that there are no scuffs or anything like that on the door panels or on the seats. They have been kept in very, very nice condition. Let's move over to the driver's side now. I do love the fact that the door is nice and I mean it opens nice and wide, so there's plenty of room to get in and out of the car. And over to the driver's side, you've got obviously controls for all 4 windows. This is for your electrically adjustable mirrors. And down here, like I was saying, you do have controls for your electric seats. So they are fully electric, forwards and backwards, up and down, and the backrest as well. But yeah, just to show you again, I think I've shown you the top bit. So like I said, they are in very, very good condition, the seats. Let's start from the right side and then move our way towards the center console. So over here you've got controls for your lights. You do have auto lights, which is nice because you can set it to auto and then you don't need to worry about turning the lights on and off. This is where you adjust the position of the headlamps, and this is where you adjust the intensity of the lights in the dashboard. Oh, one other thing I do want to show you before we get in. Do love that you've got this nice little sunroof which opens up as well, so it tilts and it slides, so depending on how you want it to open, I'll show you when we start up the car. Right, jumping inside the lovely little MG6. Let me just go ultra wide on this. So got the key here. It does come with 2 keys as well. So to start this up, it's a really nice shaped key. It's very weird. It looks a little bit like a Volkswagen key, if you can see it. But yeah, it does look a little bit like a Volkswagen key. So start the car up, put your foot on the clutch, pop the key in there, and the car starts straight away. Let me just turn the volume down because I don't want YouTube to strike my video. And you're gonna see in a second, that's the issue I was talking about. Tire pressure system fault. And as you can see, the tire pressure symbol is on. I've had a little read about it, and it's more than likely one of the batteries in one of the tire pressure sensors. It's gone out, so it will probably need a battery. But to get that, you need to take the wheel off, you need to take the tire off, you need to take the tire pressure off, tire pressure sensor, I mean. Replace the battery, put it back on, put the tire on, put the wheel back on. It's literally, it doesn't affect the use of the car in any way, shape, or form. You just got that little light there that shows you that your tires are flat, which are not. But I mean, that's not that hasn't been there since the beginning of time. So if people were able to drive cars, I mean, there's still cars in 2024 that don't come with tire pressure monitoring system. So it's, in my opinion, it's just a bit of a gimmick. I mean, you look at your tire. If it's flat, it's flat. If it's not, it's not. That's it. But anyway, let me start with the steering wheel, which is nice and chunky. I do love that you've got these little extensions, where your hands would rest normally, so you can drive hundreds of miles without getting you any arm aches. It is leather wrapped, which is really nice as well, and as you can see, it is a multifunction steering wheel. So over here you've got controls. This is your volume. All right, okay, let's turn that down. So you got your volume up and down from here, and this controls the display in the middle. So it is basically, it's just a rotating wheel, just like that, and you can probably see how it changes in there. But let me just show you the actual screen. So you've got average speed, lap time. Yeah, lap time. What? It's not sports car, mate. Calm down. Current journey, last journey, and then this shows that my door is open. As you got a blank screen, and then after that you've got your speedometer as well. Fuel consumption, range to empty, average fuel, average speed, and then it comes back. So yeah, it's quite descriptive. Not descriptive, but it's quite an informative display. It gives you quite a lot of information as well. You've probably already noticed the mileage on this thing. It's only 54,493 miles, so it's very, very low mileage for the age. I mean, it's a 12-year-old car that's covered nearly 55,000 miles, which is ridiculously low. Hence why the car looks the way it looks, it drives the way it drives, and the gearbox is very smooth, the clutch is in the right position, there's no clunks or bangs or dings or anything like that. So it's a very, very smooth ride. As you can see, starting from the left of you, you've got your water temperature, then you've got your rev counter, then you've got your tire monitoring system. Then you've got 3 lights in there, and it's basically one to say that I'm not wearing my seatbelt, the handbrake, and the fact that the door is open. So I can fix those 3 lights very quickly. So that's one. That's the second. Let me just put the handbrake back up. And then I'm just going to put this seatbelt over to my side. Hopefully it's going to work. and that's the third light. Let me just fix this. There you go. I've just turned off those lights. No expensive equipment, nothing. I'm basically a mechanic at this point, aren't I? So, right, let me just open this door. So, yeah, very easy fix to those three lights. That's your speedometer over there, and then over here you've got your fuel gauge as well, which shows you how much fuel you've got left, which is standard. Over here you've got your cruise control. So, it's very nice, especially when you drive on the motorway. I don't think there's many people that don't know what cruise control is anymore, but I'm just going to explain it. So let's say you drive at 70 miles an hour on the motorway, and then you set the cruise control up at 70 miles an hour. You can see it's got this set button right there, and then the car will keep going at that speed without you having to keep your foot on the accelerator. So you can rest your feet, and then the car will just keep going straight at that speed until you actually press the cancel button, or until you just gently tap the brake. So once you've tapped the brake, then it will automatically disengage, and then you got full control over the car again. Over there you've got your indicator stalk, and then over there you've got your window wipers, which obviously work absolutely fine. Over in the middle you've got your main display, and as you can see it does have sat nav. Let's go into, so you've got your menu button there, and then you've got nav menu, map menu, audio source, telephone, USB, SD, setup menu. So you got all the menu, basically everything you need is in there. Let me just get out of that. Oh yeah, one other thing I wanted to show you on here, and I didn't, was the fact that you got you've got an USB port and your 3.5mm headphone jack in this little cubby here, which is, it's actually, a lot of people say that it's a bad position. I think it's a very good position, because if you're going to have your phone here, right, if you're going to have like a phone holder and it's going to be over to this side, you're going to have a cable running from there to here, rather than having a cable, let's say, from here running around the whole car over the steering wheel and then into your phone. So I think it's a really good position having it there, but obviously everybody has their own opinions, and everybody's entitled to one. So yeah, that was your main screen. And just to show you, so if you put the car in reverse, it will kick in the camera straight away. So obviously your camera works absolutely fine, so you do have your backing camera. Moving over down here, so this is where you control the radio. You got menu, mode, telephone, SRC, band, list, traffic announcement, setup, equalizer, info, repeat, divert, nav. This is to answer and reject the phone call. This is your volume, as you can see on there. So you can turn it up and down, and then that is your navigation wheel. Moving a little bit lower, so over here you've got a cup holder, which is a very nice way of making it to pop out, so it doesn't come out straight, it comes off to an angle, so that way you still have access to this instead of it being here and then it obstructs like half of the climate menu. So it's really nice, and then you just push it back in. There isn't one on this side, it's just a symmetrical design, but there's nothing on this side, so you only get one cup holder, which is pointing towards the passenger. So you do have heated seats, as you can see on there, so you can turn them on just by pressing that button, and they get nice and warm really quick. So they're perfect, especially now with winter around the corner. And then over here you've got your climate control. So you can probably see that this one is set to, well, I can set it to 22 degrees and that one is 28 degrees. So you do have dual zone climate control, which basically means that the passenger can have a different temperature set to the driver. So it's a nice feature, because if the passenger is too cold, they can turn the heating up, or if the driver is too warm, they can turn the AC on. So yeah, it's really nice. But you can actually have the same temperature if you just press this mono. You're gonna see the passenger temperature jump over to match the driver one, just like that, and then you can control both of them by just rotating one dial, so you don't have dual zone anymore. Auto is very nice as well, so you can set, let's say 20 degrees, you can press auto, and then the car will keep the interior temperature at 20 degrees constantly. So if it gets too cold, it'll start blowing warm air. If it gets too warm, it'll start blowing cold air, and it will just keep it at a certain temperature. Then you've got the position where you want the air to come out from, so that's very, very easy to understand. So that's at the top, down straight to the front ones, and then down at your feet. That's for your not for your volume. This is to increase the fan speed and decrease it, obviously. And then you've got your rear window defrost. You've got your recirculate. This is where you turn it off. Econ, and then that was your front window defrost, and this is your rear window defrost. And then you can just turn it off by pressing that button there. Moving even a little bit lower, so you've got a lock button. So the first one there is your lock button, then you've got your parking sensors, and then over there you've got your traction control. So you can actually turn the traction control off, which is not something I would probably recommend, but it is there. So if you know what you're doing, go for it. Gearbox, let me just go through all the gears. So first, second, third, fourth, fifth, and then obviously reverse I've already showed you, and then that brings up the camera. Over here you've got your handbrake, which is very nicely designed in the sense that if you put the handbrake down, it sits flush with the rest of the console, so it's very well hidden. And then in there you've got a 12-volt socket and, well, another ashtray. So yeah, let's move over to the actual center console, the armrest, which is here. So it's very nice and wide, so you can easily rest your hand whilst your passenger does the same thing. You've got a little button there which presses, and then that reveals a little bit of storage in there as well. But you can actually use that as another cup holder, I presume, because it is shaped pretty much like a cup, and I think it is actually cooled. So yeah, you can have cold air coming through that little vent, and that will keep your drink nice and cold. Right, let's move over to the top here. So at the top you've got your interior lights, which I'm just gonna turn off for now, and you can see they work absolutely fine. And then you also have this little dial here, which operates your sunroof. So you can actually have this shade closed if it's too, let's say if it's too sunny and you don't want the sun to just blind you, you can just close it. But I pretty much always keep it open because I like to have some more air coming in, not air but sunlight. So if you twist it towards the left, so left like that, then it just tilts. So this is nice when you drive at 70 miles an hour, let's say on the motorway. You don't want to fully open it because then it's going to be too noisy in here, and then the wind is going to make everything fly all over the place. So you can actually have it tilted like this. You still have a decent amount of fresh air coming in, but it's not going to be as windy. So to close it, you have to twist this towards the right, like that. And then if you want to fully open it, just twist it to the right again. And as you can see, it is opening fully. So you can enjoy nice views just by popping your head out the sunroof. So yeah, so and to close it, it's the same thing. Twist it to the left, and that closes it just like that. So it's very easy to operate. Right, I think that is pretty much it. There's not much else I can tell you. You have a nice sun visor with a big vanity mirror and two lights on each side, so that is really nice to see that. And then same thing over on the passenger side. So yeah, like I said, I think that's pretty much it. There's not much else I can say, but I mean, I've already been rambling on for 25 minutes, as you can see. So let me go and park this baby up. I'm just going to park it next to my Renault there, which is probably going to be the next one I'm going to take photos of. Yeah, it's a bit of a shame, the fact that, oh, shut up, fasten seatbelt. Jesus, that was quick. Yeah, it's a bit of a shame about that parking sensor, not parking sensor, the tire pressure system. But I mean, like I said, it's not the end of the world, and it doesn't affect you in any way, shape, or form. You can see the camera there in action. So it is perfectly functionable. But yeah, it's just got low battery on there, and you can probably hear the parking sensors kicking in as well. All right, shush. Thank you. Right. As always, guys, thank you very much for sticking all the way to the end. I know it's another nearly half an hour gone of your life, which you're never going to get back. But hey, at least you spent it with me. And yeah, if you've learned something, that's great. If you have any questions, just leave them in the comments and I'll be happy to answer them. Or you can just give me a call on 01684 355 032, or just visit our website at www.vindemautos.co.uk, or just email me at vindemautos@gmail.com. And with that being said, thank you very much. I hope you have a great day, and hopefully I will see you soon. Take care.